This is the Richmond Community Gardens. They were established in 1999 and they really are what community gardens are all about. And it's a place where people from all over the world come to garden. Robin Parker is a support worker for an organisation called Cultivating Community, which manages 17 community gardens around Melbourne for residents of the surrounding high-rise flats. As a trained horticulturalist, she's there to offer a helping hand to all the gardeners, but she is fascinated with the plants the East Timorese grow. Did you know much about the Timorese plants in particular?
No, not at all actually. I've learned a lot just by observing and being around, you know, the wealth of experience that's here in the garden. They're here at the crack of dawn, tilling the soil, growing a lot of herbs and vegetables which you can't buy commercially, and there's a lot of really, you know, weird and interesting plants growing here in this garden.
Daniel, I call this plant elephant's ears. What do you call that?
We call taro.
Taro?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful leaf, and you can tell the difference between other taros or alocaceas because of that purple spot. And it's such a beautiful thing, beautiful ornamental leaf, but then look at the stems down here too. And they're just a wonderful plant. What part of the plant do you eat?
Whole lot.
The whole lot?
Yeah,
the leaves, the stems?
the stem and the root, everything.
And under the ground, are they like potatoes, tubers?
Yeah, like a potato, so we can make a cake, so we can make a lot of things, a lot of different things.
It's amazing to me to see how many unusual vegetables there are here, things that I have never seen before. This one, for instance, is called stem lettuce. You can see the typical lettuce flowers, but look how high it is. Starts out like a typical lettuce down with leaves at the bottom, sends out this amazing stem. Some of them look like a forest about 2 metres high. They're quite extraordinary. And what the Timorese do is they strip a little bit of the outer skin and they get into the crunchy part in the middle of the pith, and then they can cook that or eat it fresh. It is an absolute delicacy. This is called the garland chrysanthemum, daisy-like flowers that flower for ages, and they're very pretty, but it's the leaves that they eat. Quite a bitter taste, so they mix them with other leaves and other little Asian greens, and it's quite an interesting little plant because it does flower for such a long time. This plant is called motherwort, and the Timorese tell me it's great for women's problems. I'm not exactly sure what. They call it smelly ant because it does have a very strange smell. Oh, and when you crush it, it smells like crushed ants, that sort of bitter smell. Ooh. One of the real characters of the gardens is Joanna de Silva Barreto. The 74-year-old specialises in growing Timorese pumpkin. Joanna, are these your pumpkins?
Yeah, pumpkin.
Do you eat the leaves and the flowers?
Flower like this one.
Yeah.
Flower like this one.
Yeah.
I have a clinic like this one.
Yes.
Clinic like this one, this one. The push.
Yeah.
Open this one.
Yeah.
Put little big olive. It's gone right.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, right.
And you like the garden? You love coming to the garden every day?
I love every day. My baby.
These sort of places are so fertile, not only for growing food, but for making friendships and networks. So the people here in the garden aren't necessarily all speaking the same language or sharing the same culture, but they all have a love of gardening, which universally the world over, die-hard gardeners or have something in common, and it's a really great social glue that binds people here together.
Gardens enrich our lives in all sorts of ways. They draw people close to each other. They provide nourishment and beauty. And they can inspire laughter and song.
kang ida tolan de ho matabe